Please tell me, can two sisters love one man? I tried to stop my sister's wedding, but my family did not let me. My family did me dirty. Everyone, hello. My name is Success, and this is my tale worth telling. My family and I lived very close to the railway office at Yaba. My father was retired from his job to start a business, but life happened and the business never took off. We were staunch Christians, and my father believed that success would come to our family through me, and that was why he named me Success. We lived in a two-bedroom uncompleted house that we had to move in quickly to because there was no money. My mother sold clothes in front of our house along with my sister. I was in the University of Lagos. I was my father's pride and joy because even though I was the last born, I was very intelligent. My sister Comfort and I looked so much alike you would believe we were twins. My sister is 3 years older than I am, and she started school before me. I joined my sister in the same school when we were in high school, and I was promoted to her class. I tried to make sure we read together, but my sister was not interested. She told me she wanted to become a model. We were both tall and slim, but she wasn't interested in school at all. Well, I left her class and went to the next class and became her senior. All the kids in the area mocked her, but Comfort never really felt bad. She would just sit and draw different Ankara and Buba and Bubu styles in her exercise books. Eventually, my father had to give up spending his hard-earned money and let her be. He bought her a second-hand sewing machine and handed her over to my mother. My elder brother Itete was very good with his hands too, and Papa had taken him to my uncle to teach him how to become a welder. I passed all my WAEC exams in flying colors that Papa did not have to beg anyone. My name was pasted on the board for all to see. I was given pharmacy my first choice at the university. My father was the proudest. He said I was an answer to my name. He would bring me to gatherings of his friends and ask me to prescribe medication for their illnesses. Papa, I'm still a student. I was just in my final year. I was not authorized to prescribe any medication, especially to people who I didn't know if they had underlying ailments. Papa would brag and tell them that I was his reward and I was the one going to deliver his family from poverty. Every time I get tired of reading, every time I felt sleepy, I just remember Papa and sleep would just clear from my eyes. I need to make that man proud. So I met Joshua at our campus fellowship. No, he was not a student, but he was our lecturer's friend, and he was always coming to our fellowship every Friday. Of course, I was very dedicated. He was very handsome, and I always see myself in a wedding gown dancing beside him, but I never went near him. I know the daughter of who I am, so I just pretended not to notice him, even though I know his car. I even knew the registration number. I knew he lived close to the teaching hospital, and I knew he had a pharmacy as well. The guy was a complete package. I didn't know if he had someone, but I knew for sure he wasn't married. I was told he had studied chemistry in our university. One cold morning, I had finished early from school and I was heading to the library when Brother OK called me. He was a classmate doing his master's in our department as well. Guess what he said? I was looking at him because he was standing close to Joshua, my tall, dark and handsome Prince Charming. I tone. Mr. OK gave me a nod and faced Joshua. This is a good girl from a good home. I can vouch for her. She's a girl you can marry. Her families are very, very Christ-like. Shy, but my heart swelled with happiness. Joshua looked at me kindly and with respect and asked to drop me off at home, which I declined. I didn't want Papa to see him. I know him. He will embarrass my Joshua. So I just took his number and he took mine. See, I'm glad I was in my final year. I understood why they said students should concentrate on their studies first. I was always on the phone, talking to Josh or expecting his call. We had the smoothest communications. He was the first person to ever compliment me, not just for my intelligence, but also for my beauty. If they studied a page of my textbook without using 20 minutes to think of Josh. It wasn't easy, but I did my best. He encouraged me as well. He told me as soon as we got married, I'll take over his pharmacy. Little by little, our love began to blossom, and he began dropping hints about marriage and life after that. I was so happy. My life was heading where I want. I was always happy within me. The truth is, apart from my parents being very strict and religious, I could not invite Josh home because our house was like a disgrace. Our chairs were worn out. We did not have a TV because my parents believed it to be a distraction. My Josh could not come home to find me here. I really wanted to tell my sister about Josh, but my sister and my mother are so close, and I didn't trust her to keep my secret to herself because even if she told mom, I would still not mind. But if Papa hears, I don't even want to think of what he will do. So when I was done with school, Josh told me that he will be sending for his brother and father to come and take wine to my parents to start the marriage process. At this point, Joshua had opened a second pharmacy right inside the school compound and called it My Success. The joy I felt working the pharmacy was uncountable. I had helped him register it at no cost, of course. Couldn't wait for Josh to come with his kinsmen. I would do my best to generate so much money from the pharmacy so I could buy my parents a house. With Josh's permission, of course. I could see the pride in my father's eyes already. I couldn't wait. By the time I had courage to let Josh drop me at, I would walk all the way home. I would not let him come down, but I had pointed my house to him a couple of times. He had seen my mom and my sister sewing outside. So if I could recollect well, this is where trouble started. When I go to visit Joshua, I will not meet him at the store. Where did he go? I will call him. He will say he's on his way. I will not see him. My heart was heavy. What was happening? He felt distant, and we didn't used to talk like we used to. It was on a Friday. I was at the store. A customer came in and she stared at me. I greeted her with a smile and she frowned. So you can greet now. I was confused. What did she mean? Did I not see you driving out with Oga Josh? She said. Did you greet me that time? I was shocked. I had not even seen Josh that day. I apologized and attended to her swiftly and she left. I called the sales girl and I asked her to please tell me what that woman was talking about. After a lot of persuasion, she finally told me it was my sister that Josh was dating now. Wait. Let me digest this. It was as if someone poured pepper all over my body. Josh was dating my sister, as in comfort? Where? How? Why? But we were supposed to be getting married. What do I do? Everybody, please come. My hands were shaking. Think, success, think. Yeah, I remember seeing the clues. I remember going to Joshua's house one morning and seeing a new Singer sewing machine in his house. And the same day, I saw my sister unboxing a sewing machine. I could now connect the dots. Or is it when I saw pieces of Ankara that my sister was sewing in Joshua's house? I mean, Ankara is a common material. It didn't even occur to me then, but now I know what happened. It became clearer to me. Josh had moved on with my elder sister. I was going to report to Papa. This is an abomination. How can one man marry two sisters? The way tears were dripping from my eyes. I could not control myself. I wept, I sobbed, I wailed all the way home. Papa was already home and was preparing to eat lunch. He became worried as soon as he saw me. Papa, comfort was all I could say before I erupted in bouts of bitter tears. Calm down, he said. What happened? What happened to Comfort? I tried again, even with the tears I sniffed. Comfort snatched my boyfriend. Keep short, my mother said immediately. She snatched your boyfriend. I was surprised. Mama, I met him first. When I was still a student, that was when I met him. My mother was surprising me. What's going on? Was this a prank? I was expecting a different reaction. Where was my sister in my chest? My mother began speaking in a harsh tone. Your sister is older, so she will marry first. You will wait till she's married. Ah, this is very confusing for me. I know I got an A in pharmacology, but what my mother was saying in simple English did not make sense. It sounded like advanced mathematics. So my parents are aware of this development. Hey, I called Josh. He texted me back that he will call me later. Papa, I cried. What is going on? What has Josh got to do with comfort? Papa looked at me for a minute and I saw the compassion in his eyes. He led me to the room. Sit down, Success. Let me talk to you. Clean your eyes. I want you to listen attentively. You are no longer a child. Sit down. Joshua came to our house some months ago. He introduced himself and said he wanted to marry you. He said he wanted to confirm if this was your house because you had pointed the house to him, but he had never come inside. We gave him a chair and Comfort gave him water, and that was where they met each other. He was surprised that the two of you looked alike. He kept asking us if you guys were twins. It was then I told him of our culture. The younger cannot marry before the senior. He will have to wait for Comfort to marry. Success cannot marry before her. He was surprised. He said he cannot wait any longer. His family were already expecting a wife. They were on his case and they were coming that month for them to start the marriage rites. It was that time your mother encouraged him to marry Comfort instead. After all, both of you look alike, and truly, Comfort will make a better wife to him. Oh my goodness. Is this Leah and Rachel's story in the Bible? Dear viewers, are you hearing what my father, who gave birth to me, is telling me? Papa, please tell me this is a joke. Which Stone Age tradition is that? Joshua is my soulmate. I have graduated. Now I'm ready to marry. Why did you all do this behind my back? My father said in a quiet voice. Joshua said he would tell you at the right time. You were helping him at the store and he wanted to establish another one for you so you will not be upset. Hey, my people, are you hearing what I'm hearing? So you mean you all collaborated with this guy to break my heart? So you all collaborated with this guy, not just to break my heart, but to break up with me and then take advantage of me, then support him to marry my sister. Daddy, are you really my father? The only question I have for you is why? Why will you take my happiness and give it to my sister? Why will you even suggest such a thing to Joshua? And my father said, Joshua did not agree at first. In fact, it was when he got home, your mother kept calling him day after day to tell him to change his mind. He refused, but she continued to apply pressure until he finally gave in. And no one deemed it fit to inform me, I said. Nobody even talked to me about it or asked me what I think or how I feel. Oh no. Then my father told me to calm down and listen. You are a pharmacist. You already have a future. But your sister is just a tailor. She doesn't stand a chance of finding somebody like you, like Joshua. But you are intelligent. You will attract many more men. Leave this one for your sister. I will pray for you. God will bring another man. The kind of anger that rose within me, my mother joined us in the room. Please, my daughter, she said, your sister cannot remain single while you marry. This man is a good man. Let us keep him in the family. He is now your brother. He has promised to compensate you. See, I refuse to accept this. Even if I claim that I am no longer interested in Joshua, it does not give Comfort the right to marry him. I thought you all were disciplined and strict. This is not how you raised us. This man loves me. How can you put him in such a position? My phone was ringing. It was Joshua. He knew and I knew, and he had the decency to call me, but I was too angry to pick. My parents kept telling me to calm down and accept wedding will not happen. The world will hear of this. My mother became irritated. You need to take things easy. Your sister is already pregnant and carrying Joshua's child. We are a family and we must support each other. If you will not do it for us, do it for the unborn child. It was like a stab. I left the room angrily and marched to the living room. It was then I saw the setup. Comfort and Joshua were sitting in our living room. My sister ran to meet me in tears. I wanted to push her away, but she was pregnant, so I let her hug me, and she kept repeating, I'm sorry, as she wept. Joshua sat calmly on our chair. I looked at him as I walked out of the house. He followed me as I walked on the street. I don't know what to tell you, Success, he said, but then she got pregnant. I asked him, so that is your excuse? I shouted on him and I told him not to follow me anymore. I began to walk alone because I am alone in this world. The sound of thunder I heard, and then the rain. I kept walking, soaking my tears in the heavy downpour. This is the greatest family betrayal. What do I do, guys? Do I accept this? Do I even have a choice? Or do I just move out and never contact any of them ever again? Let me know what you think. Please subscribe to my Tales Worth Telling, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.